My name's Andrew Beaven. I farm on the Welsh borders. We're a beef and sheep farm. My family's been on the farm for over 150 years. And I've got my son who's currently studying for agricultural degree in Harper Adams, who hopefully will come home and work on the farm when I've maybe retired at some point. You know, I strongly believe that the western part of Britain and Ireland are the best places really in Europe for grassland farming, and I'm very keen that that continues, and along with it high quality nutritious food from ruminants, which I think is appropriate for this landscape. There's always been a challenge of making sufficient income to be able to invest in the farm and pay labour that we need on these sort of type of farms, marginal farms, where we're working steep land and quite difficult terrain and fairly short seasons in the summer and what have you. I think what's becoming a greater challenge now is the loss of, if you like, support and the slowness in which the government has been moving in their direction, so we haven't really had a plan to follow, so we've got to try and seek out our own way forward. The idea of using a grazing app and diverse pasture land was a big driver for us to work with ruumi. We've already been doing rotational grazing in a less significant way for a few years. We realised it worked, and we've also realised that a lot of our ryegrass-based swards and clover have suffered very much with the droughts that we've been getting because they have a naturally quite a shallow root system. So they ticked all the boxes for us, really. The initial thing is to want to be part of it. I don't think it's realistic to go in just for the payments of carbon fixing. So you've got to believe in the way you can farm your farm with rotational grazing and diverse swards. You've actually got to want to achieve something on the farm in terms of lowering your carbon footprint in all possible ways while you're operating. And we do have a responsibility. Agriculture can't just sit there and say, I'm very sorry, but we produce food, so either go hungry or have it our way. We've got to say, yes, you're hungry, we'll produce the food, but hello, with learning the right techniques, we can also enhance the carbon in our soils, and we have a responsibility to try and do that.
Improve your soil health and increase your farm's productivity. Get started with ruumi today by clicking on the link in the description.